Fluff in the Corporate Space by Saffron Conscious, where we dive into the unseen yet essential elements that shape corporate culture, connection, empathy, and the wisdom of the heart. I am Mutsidi Sisilendani, the Corporate Heart Guide, and today we are exploring 3 common challenges that show up in teams: miscommunication, low engagement, and fragmented dynamics. This episode may feel like a repetition, but because we have spoken about these issues in a previous episode, a request came through to address these issues using the wisdom of the heart to resolve them. So here goes. If your team feels disconnected, if you are noticing strained conversations, disengaged employees, or a growing sense of each person for themselves, I want you to know this. Beneath those symptoms is often something deeper, a disconnect from the heart of the team itself. So today, I will share how reconnecting with the wisdom of the heart can help restore clarity, engagement, and flow in your team. I would like to begin with miscommunication, the space between words. Miscommunication isn't just about what is said. It's often about what is felt but left unspoken. When teams are under pressure, communication can become transactional, quick instructions, brief check-ins, or emails loaded with information, but missing the intention. Over time, people stop feeling seen, and that's where trust begins to break down. The heart's wisdom reminds us that communication isn't just about delivering information. It's about connection. And connection begins when we feel valued, not just for what we do, but for who we are. Now let's jump into heart wisdom, practice for communication. The next time you are in conversation with a colleague, pause before you respond. Ask yourself, what is the feeling beneath their words? Sometimes frustration masks overwhelmment. Sometimes silence hides uncertainty. But tuning into what's unspoken invites you to a deeper understanding, and that's where trust grows. Let's explore low engagement. This happens when people stop showing up fully. Disengagement often looks like quiet quitting, people doing the bare minimum, contributing only when asked. But disengagement isn't laziness. It's often a sign that people no longer see their role connecting to something meaningful. The heart's wisdom reminds us that people engage when they feel part of something, when they believe that their contribution matters, then their energy naturally rises. Let's look at the heart wisdom, practice for engagement. One powerful way to reignite engagement is to reflect back one's values. Ask a team member, what is something you are proud of that others may not know or see? By acknowledging unseen effort, you remind people that they matter. And when people feel valued, they show up more fully. I can feel someone out there asking, but what about fragmented team dynamics? Well, when we becomes me, fragmented teams often look like islands, each person working in their own corner, disconnected from the bigger picture. This fragmentation doesn't always happen because people don't care. Sometimes they are just trying to protect themselves from burnout, feeling overwhelmed, or feeling unheard. The heart's wisdom shows us that teams thrive when people feel safe enough to be open, to ask for help, to share ideas, and to trust one another. Let's look at heart wisdom practice for team dynamics. Consider introducing a pause for connection in your team meetings. Ask simple yet powerful questions like, what is one thing you are finding challenging right now? What is one win, whether big or small, that you're proud of for this week? These moments allow people to see each other beyond their roles. And that's what builds bridges. Just as water gently flows to reach its destination, in the same way, heart-led leadership doesn't mean pushing harder. It means creating space for people to flow together. When you make room for honest communication, shared purpose, and moments of connection, your team will naturally regain momentum. How can we bring heart to leadership, you wonder? Well, if your team feels disconnected, start small. Introduce pauses for connection. Ask meaningful questions. Acknowledge what's often overlooked. These simple steps create ripples, small shifts that restore trust, clarity, and engagement. Your role as a leader isn't to carry the whole team. It's to create conditions where the team can flow together. And when you lead from the heart, you will be surprised at how naturally things begin to align. If you are navigating miscommunication, low engagement, or fragmented dynamics, remember this: your heart holds the wisdom you need to restore connection. The most powerful changes don't come from fixing people. They come from creating space where people feel seen, valued, and feel safe to show up just as they are. If you'd like to explore this deeper, whether through workshops, coaching, or conversation, connect with me at Saffron Conscious. Together, we can restore flow, not by pushing harder, but by leading with the heart. Until next time, may your conversations be clear, your connections be deep, and may your team find its natural rhythm once again. Remember, like water, gently weave through the stones and continue navigating the currents of your own lives. Thank you.